When it comes to twisted movies, nothing beats Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer. The movie follows the story of Henry, a drifter that does odd jobs and takes pleasure in committing a series of random murders. He lives with a friend that he met in prison named Otis in a tiny apartment in Chicago. Things start to take a darker turn when Otis's sister arrives to stay with them, and Henry tells her of his dark past. Then, Henry starts taking Otis out on his murder spree, this time with their newly acquired VHS camcorder to keep a record of their crimes. This movie is so demented that it's hard to talk about in a lighthearted way. The effects are great, and there are some really grisly murders, especially in the intro scene. And, make no mistake, this movie is full of violence and gore, and even a little nudity. In fact, this movie was a major reason for the NC-17 rating, because the movie was originally rated X, but the MPAA wanted a new rating for movies that were disturbing, but not pornographic. Honestly, the violence and killing is pretty disturbing, but what really gets you is the way you feel about Henry. Honestly, I feel pretty sorry for the guy. He was raised in a really dysfunctional home and badly abused by his prostitute mother. As a result, he takes out his sexual frustration by killing women. The way he treats Otis's sister, Becky, makes you feel like he isn't that bad of a guy, and that Otis is the real villain. Henry protects Becky from Otis's sexual advances, and, when it comes down to it, just wants to make sure that she's safe. But things go downhill fast in this flick, and when the credits roll, you feel all screwed up. Henry is impossible to like, even if you feel some sympathy for him, and he might even be my favorite villain of all time. After watching, you'll probably feel sick to your stomach, but that's because the movie really is a good one. And it has a lot to say about how broken our society is and about the flaws in the justice system. If you want a really fucked up movie to watch when you just want to be disturbed, I won't say that you won't regret it, but you'll definitely never forget Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer. It's one of the scariest movies ever made. So, if you've got a strong stomach and are feeling brave, check it out.